morning students and good morning viewers. Last time we have started Coulomb's law and now let us discuss vector form of Coulomb's law. So why we have to express in vector form? Because we are discussing about electric force. Electric force is a vector quantity, that's why we should express it compulsory in vector form. So let us suppose this Q1 and Q2 are two charges, that Q1, Q2 are two charges. These two charges are separated by distance r, and r bar, this r bar is the position vector of Q2 with respect to Q1, and r cap is the unit vector of r bar along the r bar, as I have given details there. And therefore r is what? Magnitude of position vector, or also we can take distance between the two vectors. Here total 3 points are there. One is the r, one is the r cap, one is the r bar, and I have given the details there, just you check that. Now, so we know that the magnitude of electric force is what? So F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. So in place of the K, what I have written here, K is equal to, we know that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Of course, in place of that I have written K. Now, in vector form, whenever you are expressing in vector form, what we know in the first year? So, when magnitude is multiplied with a unit vector, then this product becomes the vector form. Therefore, F bar is equal to F into R cap, where F is the magnitude of the vector, and F into, in place of the R cap. R cap formula what? R cap, unit vector is always equal to vector itself by its magnitude. Therefore, now in place of the R cap, I am writing R bar by R, and here you substitute the F value. F is equal to this one, K into Q1 Q2 by R square, and here R bar by R into R square becomes R cube. Therefore, now F bar is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square by R cube into R cap. This is the vector form Coulomb's law. Now let us see the direction of the forces for two similar charges and two opposite charges. Let us consider these two charges are similar charges. What is the meaning of similar charges? Both either should positive or both either should negative. So now here I have taken both are positive charges. So R is the distance between them, R cap is the unit vector. So now you see force on the second charge by the first charge. It means what? First charge apply the force on second charge, second charge also applies the force on the first charge. Force on the second charge by the first charge is K into Q1 Q2 by R square into R cap, equation number 1, and its direction I have given here. Therefore, R cap and F21 both are, you see the arrow mark, and R cap and F21 both are acting in the same direction. That's why here I have taken plus. Now, force on the first charge applied by the second charge is what? F12. 12 means on 1 by 2. F12 bar is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square into minus R cap I have taken. Why I have taken minus R cap? You see F12 acting this direction, but R cap is acting in this direction. Both are opposite direction. That's why I put negative. When you rearrange this equation, it becomes minus K into Q1 Q2 by R square into R cap, equation number 2. When you observe equation number 1 and 2, what you confirm? You confirm that. So both are, so here we can write F12 bar is equal to minus F21 bar. This equal indicates that both are equal in magnitude. This minus indicates that both are acting in opposite direction. Means what? So F12 is equal to F21. How much first charge experiences the force, second charge also experiences equal amount of the force. Means what? First charge experiences 20 newtons of the force, second charge also must and should experience that 20 newton force. Therefore, both should experiences the same force but opposite in direction. F12 acting towards the left, F21 acting towards the right. Okay, and this is about the similar charges. When two charges are opposite charges, you see therefore when two charges are opposite charges, in the first case we have taken two charges are similar. Now here I have taken two charges are opposite. First charge is the positive, second charge is the negative. Here everything is the same, only the directions of the forces are reversed. You see F12 acting this left side, now F12 acting towards the right side, and in the same way F21 also reversed. And here what you have to understand, many very important thing is that, for example, you are calculating force on the second charge. In the problem they have given to calculate the force on the second charge and mention its direction. So first of all, so this is positive and this is also positive. When two charges are positive, therefore now F21 acting force on the second charge, na force on second charge, therefore it is acting away. Therefore now that is acting like a pushing force. Therefore now this is nothing but the repulsive force. Therefore now every repulsive force always acting away from the charge. Now, for example, opposite charges. What is the opposite charges? Both, either one is positive, one is negative. Therefore, for the opposite charge, you see F12 acting toward this side. Therefore, it is negative, this is positive. Therefore, now always you remember one point is that for the opposite charges, the direction of the force is in between the line joining the two charges, and for the similar charges, the direction of the forces out of the line joining. You see, this is the line joining and these two are out of the line joining, and this is the line joining and these two are the inside of the line joining. Therefore, this is very, very important point to solve the problem in the Coulomb's law in vector form. Now let us discuss how to find out the electric force when the two given charges given by the two position vector in any plane with xy coordinates and in any space with xyz coordinates. Let us suppose r1 bar is the position vector of the first charge, means r1 bar is the position vector of the first charge from the origin. Similarly, r2 bar is the position vector of the second charge from the origin. Then we don't want this position vector. What we want? We want a position vector between them to calculate the force. Therefore, now the position vector between the two charges is what? So r bar. Then in the vectors, in the first year we have discussed that what? So now the position vector is given by r bar is equal to r2 bar minus r1 bar. A very, very careful, very, very important point. What is that? R bar is equal to r2 bar minus r1 bar. Therefore, to calculate the distance between them, we need this position vector between the two given charges compulsory. Then after what? Force between them in vector form. So what is that? After calculating this r bar, just you substitute in this values. What is that? F bar is equal to k into q1 q2 by r square into r cap. As usual, r cap is what? Unit vector of this position vector. Okay. Then how to find out these unit vectors and all these position vector? For example, once again in the first year vectors we have expressed that if a bar is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap is any position vector from the origin, then what is its magnitude? A is equal to under root of x square plus y square plus z square. Okay, and what is its unit vector? Unit vector a cap is equal to a bar by a. Therefore, these formulas are very important to solve the problems of electric force in such a ways. And here what is that? So here this diagram I have given only in 2D, means what? X and y axis. Same diagram you can take for the 3D also, no problem. And so this is a very, very important factor for this. Thank you. Now last point of this topic. So generally up to now we have taken only two charges, correct? But now let us take a multiple number of charges. Means first charge, second charge, many number of the charges are there. So now I want the total force on Q beta. So now what is that? This Q1 apply the force on Q. Q2 also apply the force on Q. Q3 also applies the force on Q only. But what is that? How many forces are there? So F1 is there, F2 is there, F3 is there. What is the total force? All of you will say that, sir, F1 plus F2 plus F3. No, it is wrong. Why? Because when the force is a vector quantity, we should take a vector sum. Means what? The force, the total force on the charge is given by F bar is equal to F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar and so on. Therefore, this is a very important point for the multiple number of charges. Means what? So individually we have to calculate. First of all, what? So the force between Q1 and Q, that is F1, we should calculate. the force between Q2 and Q, that is we should calculate F2, and after that we have to see the angle between them also. To understand this, let us discuss here one more point. For example, this is one charge. That charge, for example, that charge I am taking them for example Q. Now here one more charge Q1 is there. Distance between Q1 and Q, I am taking the R1. Distance between the Q2 and Q, I am taking the R2. Right? So now what is that? So for example, both are the positive charges. This is also positive. This is also positive. Correct? Na? So now tell me positive forces, and this is what? So this is a positive charge. This is positive force. Always a repulsive force only. Means what? So this is repulsive. Already I told you know, and this is also repulsive. Now, if you know the angle between these two forces is a theta, then so the total force on the charge Q is not simply F1 plus F2. It is vector sum. Means what? We have to follow vectors addition rule from the parallelogram law of vector addition in the first year. Therefore now, what is the F1 beta? F1 is equal to what? So K into Q1 Q by R1 square. What is this F1? F1 is force between Q1 and Q, distance R1. Therefore, first of all, you calculate the F1 first. Then after you calculate the F2, what is the F2? Force between Q2 and Q, distance is there. Therefore now F2 is equal to K into Q2 into Q by R2 square. Next, what you have to do? R2 square. Next, what is that? Net force. Net force is what? Here you know the angle, no theta. Therefore now the net force is what? F is equal to under root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. Therefore now here why you have to take like this? Why? Because force is not a scalar. If it is a scalar, you can simply add like F1 plus F2 plus F3, but it is not a scalar. It is a vector. That's why you have to follow vector addition rule. Now let us discuss first problem. Okay. The position vectors of two charges 3 millicoulomb and 75 microcoulomb. Observe the units carefully. And 75 microcoulomb, not coulomb, are what? 2I cap plus 4J cap and 5I cap plus 8J cap. Means position vector of the first charge is this one. Position vector of the second charge is this one. Question is what? The magnitude of the force between them is what? The option they have given. Okay, now let's go for the solution. Right. First of all, so let us change the units properly. What is that? So Q1 is what? Q1 is equal to 3 millicoulomb. Therefore, that is what? 3 millicoulomb. That is equal to 3 into 10 power minus 3 coulomb. Right? Now the second charge what? 75 microcoulomb. Therefore what? Q2 is equal to 75 microcoulomb. That is equal to 75 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb. Micro means what? Minus 10 power minus 6. Milli means 10 power minus 3. Now what is that? Position vector of the first charge what? Now R1 bar is equal to, they have given 2I cap plus 4J cap. Is it? Next, the position vector of the second charge is what? R2 bar is equal to, that is 5I cap plus 8J cap. Okay, but we don't want the position vectors of the two charges. We want a position vector between them. What is that? So now only I told you that what is that? R bar is equal to R2 bar minus R1 bar. This is the position vector between the two charges. Therefore, what you will get now? R bar is equal to R2 only what? 5I cap plus 8J. Therefore, now 5I cap plus 8J cap minus of R1 bar what? R1 2I cap plus 4J cap substitute there. Therefore, now you will get that 2I cap plus 4J cap. This is the position vector between the two charges. Therefore, if you simplify, what you will get now? R bar is equal to 5 here 5I cap minus 2J cap. It becomes what? 3I cap. Okay. Next, so now here 8 and minus 4. Therefore, what you will get now? 4J cap. This is the position vector between the two charges. But you see what they are asking, that magnitude of the forces. They are not asking the vector form of the force. They are asking only magnitude. Means what? We need the distance between them. What is that? Therefore, from the formula, which formula? R is equal to what I told you? R is equal to x square plus y square. Correct? Of course, R is equal to under root of x square plus y square plus z square. But here this is only 2D. It is not 3D. Therefore, if you substitute there, that is equal to, you will get that. So in place of the x, who is there? 3. In place of the y, who is there? 4. Therefore, x square means what? You will get what? 9 plus y square means what? 4 square plus 16 means what? Therefore, so now R is equal to, that is equal to 9 plus 16, that is a 25, and therefore you got the magnitude of the distance between them, that is equal to 5. Okay, and here, so you see they have not mentioned any unit properly there. Let us suppose that, so I am taking that R is equal to 5 meters is the distance between the two charges. Then now you substitute what is that? So Q1 value is there, Q2 value is there, distance between them is therefore according to Coulomb's law formula what? Therefore from the formula, and from the formula what? F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. Right? Therefore now here, sir, why we have taken this? Because they have not mentioned any medium. Just let us consider them. They are in a vacuum. Therefore now here, if you substitute there, you will get the answer. F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 power 9, 9 into 10 power 9 into, so Q1 value what? 3 into 10 power minus 3. Therefore 3 into 10 power minus 3 into, and Q2 value, that is the 75 into 10 power 75 into 10 power minus 6 by, you see R square value what? R value 5, R square means it becomes what? 25. Now anything cancel here? Yes, exactly. Therefore now here 25 ones are 25 threes are cancel, right? Therefore now here you see 10 power minus 3, 10 power minus 6 becomes 10 power 9, 10 power minus 9, and therefore 10 power minus 9, 10 power plus 9 cancel. Here what is there? 3. Here what is there? 3 is a 9, 9 9s are 81. Therefore now the magnitude of the force between them is what? That is 81 units. Therefore this is the answer. Therefore now option D is the correct answer. Now let us explain second problem. That second problem is 3 similar and equal charges, each of magnitude Q, are placed at 3 corners of an equilateral triangle ABC with side length A. 3 charges given and 1 equilateral triangle also given. These 3 charges are placed at 3 corners of the given triangle, and side length they have given A, and each charge they have given Q. Now the question is, what is the total force on the charge at C? We have to find out. Are you understand all of it? Yes. Therefore now, first of all, let us decide the direction of the force on C. So the charge at B, apply the force on Q. The charge at A also force applying on the charge at C. First of all, this is positive, this is positive. Force of repulsion or force of attraction? Force of repulsion means what? Out of the line joining. Therefore now, force applied by the B on C, I am taking, for example, that I am taking that F. Now, what is that? What is the value? Therefore, now here I am taking that in the solution, force on B, sorry, force on C by B. What I am taking that? F is equal to, I am taking that. So now K into Q1, Q2. Q1 is Q, Q2 also Q. Distance between them R is what? A. Therefore what you will get? Therefore Q1 Q2 means Q square by A square you will get. I hope all of you understand. Similarly, the force on C by the A. So therefore what is that? That is also force on C by A is what? That is also, you can get that F is equal to K into, now here this is Q1, Q2, both are the same, Q1, Q2, Q into Q, Q square, distance is what? A, therefore now here q square by a square u1. Okay, na? But here what is its direction? Its direction also this side. Okay, and sir, why you have taken this direction is this side? So I will say that because this is both are similar charges. Now force is away from the charge, therefore now here the two forces I have taken like that. Okay, and one more, here I have taken F and here also I have taken F. Why? Because charges are the same, distances is also same, therefore force, amount of the force is also same. That's why here I am indicating the F and here also I am taking the F only. So all of you, what will you do? Yes, the total force is F1 plus F2, therefore this one plus this one, you will say the answer, right? Therefore this option, actually this is a 2. Therefore all of you trick what? Yes, this is the correct answer. That is absolutely wrong answer. Why? Because force is a vector, it is not a scalar. Therefore what is that? So now, so here this is the force, this is also force. Therefore on the charge at C, total two forces are acting. So one is by the B, one is by the A. Therefore now the angle between them is what? That is a theta, and this theta is also 60 degrees. Just you observe the diagram. Therefore what is the total force? Now the total force F is equal to, now I am taking the F total or F net is equal to what? That is equal to F square plus this F square plus 2F1 F2 means 2F square cos 60 or cos theta. I hope all of you understand. I am taking directly, this is F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos 60. Therefore now after solving, what you will get now? F is equal to under root of, now F square plus F square, what is that? That is the 2F square plus here 2F square into cos 60 value. What? Cos 60 value is the 1 by 2. Therefore now here this 2 get cancel here. 2F square plus F square, so 3F square you will get. Therefore now in this what you will get better? That is nothing but root 3F square. Okay, and this root you apply F square also, it becomes what? Therefore F net force, F net is equal to root 3 into only F. Therefore now F value, either you substitute this value or this value, what you will get? That is equal to root 3 into K Q square by, so A square. This is the answer for this question. And once again please check it. This question is a very very important model for that problem. Thank you. Now two problems for homework. A very very simple problem, easy problems. Already we have finished in the previous model. So the coordinates of two charges 1 millicoulomb and 26 millicoulomb are 1, 1 and 3, minus 2. The magnitude of force between them is, options I have given 9 kilonewtons, 12 kilonewtons, 18 kilonewtons, 3 kilonewton. I will give small hint. The given coordinates, just you convert into position vector. R1 bar is equal to R2 bar is equal to. From that you find out the R bar, then remaining is as it is. Second problem, same. Now only I have explained the second problem, that in this fourth problem, same to same like second problem. But in the second problem I have given what? So all three charges are the similar, but here these three charges are not similar. First one is Q, second one is minus Q, third one is Q again. Therefore two charges are similar, but third charge is opposite, but all are having equal magnitude. What is that? Three charges Q, minus Q and plus Q are placed at three corners of an equilateral triangle ABC of side length A. The net force on charge at A is how much they are asking. Same question, no? Very very similar, no? But only the difference is what? Here this is extra, I have given minus Q, and here also I have given the hints, I have given the options, and to solve all of you. And all of you send these problems to my WhatsApp number after solving your work compulsory. And so if you can't understand the terms what I am writing on the board, just zoom it. Thank you.